Howdy folks, welcome back to Mine Mogul. We're back down in the mine. Stuff's flowing. Stuff's occasionally getting mixed up and making slag ingots. But for the most part, it is churning out ingots in a very quick fashion. I've had a couple of times when these sorters got stopped up. Made a big old mess. But as you can see, we're working on the Mogul stuff today. And it looks like the iron plates just got done, and as you can see, there's a little bit of a problem with the ingots. So let's go ahead and switch the bypass. Start sending those on through, and then we'll get this mess cleaned up. And we need to switch over to pipes for the iron, and we've still got plates for gold. And then plate and pipe for copper. So we need to redo this. Yeah, what a mess. I'll get you caught up on some other stuff as well. Let's get rid of this polishing machine. And I was doing this just to make everybody mad. My delivery system here. So we're going to get rid of all this. I'm also working on the Coal Master. No, Coal Master's done. Never mind. So I had all of my coal going into this crusher for the achievement. And we're down to kind of the final 3. Yeah, 10,000 crushed coal and 5,000 coal ore. Got that one done. But anywho, let's get this up, and then I'm going to update you on a few things here in the mine. And we'll get to work on the production setup. Do I want to... Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to have room, so let's just get rid of everything. I was experimenting with a little robot arm. I had him sending stuff through the middle polisher just to see what it would do, and it worked pretty well. It wasn't quite fast enough to keep up, so I put these polishers on the side as well. That was just kind of an experiment, so you can ignore that. Let's get rid of all of this stuff. There we go. Now we just got a big old pile of ingots and stuff to worry about. We'll toss those in the big old box. Just to get them out of the way. There we go. And then I think for a while I had the cannon shooting ingots back here, the slag ingots. And they went kind of absolutely nuts. So I see what they mean about the cannon now. When you get a lot of parts going through, it sprays all over the place. It's kind of crazy. So for the most part, this is working. It does occasionally leak through and you get a slag ingot. And occasionally stuff is spilling out. I did have to redo this, so I went ahead and split it up. Instead of dropping down onto here, it splits the coal now, which drops to the coal line, and then the ore goes directly into there. It was just overwhelming it. I had a giant pile of ore here, and it was getting all mixed up. And you can still see there's occasionally little issues. I don't remember if that's cleanup from before, what exactly is going on there, but I think once I get the Mogul stuff done for the big achievement, I might just redo everything. We'll see. There's always room for optimization down here in the mine. Drop that stuff in there. So the ingots are flowing, and we need to do stuff with the ingots. I don't know if I really need the straightener. That was kind of an experiment. I do like having all of my ingots broken up. So that is nice. So here we have iron. So iron, copper, gold. And we need, for the iron, we just need pipes. Oh, I see some ingots. It's getting messy down here with this much volume coming through. So we need to make lots of plates. I'm thinking we might need to come over here and then turn and split. It is a little tight on room in here. So then if I had the splitter, this is the one that waves back and forth, so it's sort of kind of evenly splits, sort of kind of. I'm wondering if I should come over and go that way, but I don't know about these guys. I need to make plates there as well. I wonder if I should just concentrate on one at a time. That might be easier. Well, let's kind of build this out. We'll see how it goes. I don't have a solid plan right now. I'm just kind of spitballing. So, welcome to the spitballing video. Let's get this guy. And then we need a couple of the rolling mills. So we need one there and one there. That'll get us some plates going. I think that might keep up with the ingots. And then when these guys go, we need them going into a pipe roller. So what if we had that feeding directly in... Oops. Have that feeding directly into here. Alright, we're getting a little tight on space. Probably need to dump some stuff. What am I not going to use right away? I'm not going to use that for a little bit. We're probably done with these for a little bit. There we go. Freed up a little bit of space. So this can feed into there, and then this can feed into here. I wonder if we might need 3. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's get rid of you for now. I need this guy. Oh yeah, let's try the. Somebody on my Discord had used the curved rolling conveyor and said it worked pretty well. So let's actually. I've never used one of these. So let's just grab 10 of those. Got so much money, might as well use them all. Ooh, so that's pretty good size, isn't it? So I need to separate these a bit more. Alright, let's come over, say, 2 more. And then where is my swiper guy? There he is. You on there, and then... I think you there, and then you can come this way. Make at least one. And let's have a little bit of straight so you can get headed in the right direction. You get a rolling mill, you get a rolling mill. Now if I have my curve, we have room for one of these. You can drop on there, and then we're headed into our Christmas tree. And I might have to get rid of this. I had this there just to observe. Let's get rid of you. And I do have room. I'm going to have to move the shaft mist stuff. We put that like back in the corner here. All right, slight sidebar here while we get the shaft mist tree figured out. Oh, it won't go on here. It has to go on the ground. Go there. And then you can go away and we can get our little festive lamp pole going. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we need a... Not one of those. We need a pipe roller. And you can get fed into, and then you can come over here. Drop onto one of these, and then go get sold. Yeah, something like that. The problem is now we've blocked pretty much all of that. But let's see if we can make this work. I don't know how well that's going to work. Especially coming around the corner like that. I think it should bounce. If that all is working. So for gold, we just need gold plate. So we might be able to pop out into a roller. We just go directly into one of these. Which are going to be too much throughput. And then we also need copper plate. There's just going to be too many. I wonder if I could feed both of those. Might be a little too much. We need one more of these rolling mills. So machines, rolling mill. Originally just had the 3, one for each ore type. Let's try this. Let's try feeding these the correct direction first of all. And then actually let's give a little bit of a buffer. So we'll come out, go into the rolling mill, and then we will bring these. No, let's bring these this direction, and then how do we get them into the box? I think we can get slopes. So if we go back to conveyors, roller conveyor slope. Let's grab some of those. And let's go, so we go up. That's a big slope. And then got the curvy guy. It'll just go right over the top of the pipe roller. No, we're getting into it. We can't do that. All right. What if we put another slope here? Let's just go big or go home. Like that. We need to, well, let's continue the curve theme. Not used the curves before. This will be a first. And then that, in theory, will fall into the thing. It's a good theory. It might even work. Let's switch the bypass back over. And we will hop on here. We'll see what happens. I wish you could temporarily hide the quest. You can pause them, but I don't know of a way to temporarily just hide it so it doesn't take up a third of the screen. Alright, we got place flowing. We'll see if the rolling mills can keep up. We got some pipes going in. Excellent. Oh, they need to be polished. Ruh-roh. Forgot about the polishing part. So I thought about redoing this so that all the ingots would get polished. Yeah, we need to polish the plates. I forgot about that little detail. That really throws a wrench in the works, doesn't it? Alright, we're gonna have to redo all of this. The slopes and curves seem to work just fine though, so that's good. Alright, we're gonna pick all this back up. When I rebuild this, I'll polish the ingots before they get processed. I think that will be the easiest way to do it, but I don't want to redo all this right now. I don't want to redo this at the moment. Alright, so that is all there. Now we have room to put a polisher here. That's no big deal. We can just throw a polisher right in there. Doink. And then that's the iron sorted. Now these guys, I don't think we're going to have enough room to do all this because we need the rolling mill, and then we're out of room. They could do something like that. Those kind of sit together. And then we'll see if we can squeeze one of these in over here as well. So polish, and then out, and then turn. This is getting kind of ridiculous. Oh wait, derp. That's the wrong machine. There we go. And then we got that, and then we end up with a bunch of plates. And I don't have room, but can we get a curved one in there? Okay, we can get a curved. Then do we have enough room to go up? We don't. Okay. Once again, I think we're gonna have to move our shaftness. We're just out of room. Got too many things going on. Keep wanting to drag that on the drop. That doesn't work. Now let's throw some of this stuff over here, and we need to get rid of this. What a mess. Alright, so then if we had a single here, no, that's not going to give us enough room. Drag this out of the way. Then if we could get a line going over there. And yeah. Alright, so we want a drop here. And we have you come over and drop there. And then we can go to a slope. And a straight. And then where are we at with the curve? Yeah, that'll work. You over there, and you over there, and then it should drop into there. I mean, it's ugly, but we'll have polished stuff. Alright, start sending the ingots through. Yeah, we got polished ingots. And the ingot straighteners aren't really needed in this case. Okay, we got plates going in. We have counters going up. We do have counters going up, so that is a good thing. And we have pipes going up. So that seems to be percolating. I think I've got this, as far as input, about at the limit. Like I said earlier, it does occasionally overflow. Stuff will get gummed up in these sorters. So I don't necessarily want to bring in any more material. Although, let's go take a little look through the mine. I did add... What did I add? I don't remember what I did in the last video, but there is a little hidey hole back in here. And somebody gave me a tip that there is actually some copper back in here. And then somewhere this drops down. Let me get a lamp out here. There we go. I think there's a hole over here. Yeah, and then this drops down, so. We could get more copper coming, but I don't need more copper at the moment. I put a little slope here. So this ends up here in this room. I did put lanterns all around here in the glowy room in preparation for possibly doing something in here. See, we added that in the video. I don't think that's new. I was thinking I added some more miners. I don't remember where I added them, though. There's a lot going on in the old mine these days. Oh, I think it was back over here. So we had this. Yeah, I think I added this, maybe. I don't remember, to be honest, what I did in the last video. I did the broken drill bit quest here. I did this rapid auto miner. And if you get the turbo bits, they break into the broken drill bits that you need for the quest. That's some leftovers. And then I bought one of the good non-breakable bits for this and just let him run. So he pumps out gold. I think I added this since the last video. I've got this guy doing some gold. I needed more gold, so I was adding those. And then some more coal for the coal quest. I added that in. And then this leads into the glowy room. So I think that's all I've added since the last video. But there is a lot going on down in here. So if I was going to completely redo this, I might even set up my processing back in the glowy room. There's quite a bit of space here and there. This is mostly gold. Oh, that's iron. I think this is gold. Yeah, so that's going in there. There's just stuff everywhere. I don't remember if I added this in the last video or since the last video, but I got a lot more gold coming in. That was the goal with a lot of this for that gold quest. And now our plates are counting up, and it's just a matter of time before we have the plates. And then we're gonna need some copper pipe. I forgot, I was doing copper plates. We need copper pipe. So let me go fix that. Ooh, getting lots of gems coming through. Nice. And if any slag ingots make it through, they'll end up over here. So far, so good. So yeah, this is copper. I do need, I forgot, I do need pipes for the copper. So redo, I do like having this bypass. Makes redoing things easier. You can't just let it spill everywhere and then clean up physics objects, but I don't like to do that. Plus, these going through and getting polished and sold just makes me money while I'm redoing things. Alright, so we do need polished copper pipes. Can I squeeze that into here? I don't think I can because I need to get it out. How might we get copper pipes up out of here? That's the question. So if I polish them after the fact, can I get them up over there? So if I did polish them right out of the gate. Let me try something crazy. And we'll see how it works out. So if we went up and over, and then process the copper pipes back here. Can I go through this? Yeah, it does let me go through there, but I'm not sure if that'll work, so we'll get rid of that. Alright, then we need to rotate you and switch your direction. Okay, so if we come down in here, we have polished ingots coming through. So we need to jog over one. Then we need to go into a roller. Like that, and then we need to make plates. Sorry, we need to make pipes. And one of these guys. It's going to stick into that a little bit, but not too worried about it. And then you... no, I need to be... Yeah, I'm not sure that's going to work. I don't think the curve will fit in here either. That's too broad of a curve. That's going to run into that. Oh, man. So we might have to get a little fancy here and have some convolution. I wish it would just roll out onto here, but that doesn't work. We could use conveyors for pipes. I think that's the play here. That should just roll out and then be good. We can go up. And then just carry the pipes all the way across. It's not pretty. But you probably figured out by now I'm not going for pretty. And then let's... So we're not interfering quite as much with the other stuff. Let's just move that over one and dump in. Let's see if that works. So we polish the ingots. The ingots go all the way over here. They get rolled into plates. They get welded into pipes. Yeah, let's do it. Switch the bypass off. Now we should be making copper pipes, iron pipes, and gold plates. There we go. The copper's flowing. Gold plates are flowing. Is everything going into the bin? Oh, we got a little bit of weirdness there, don't we? I don't like that. Let's get rid of those. Lots of pipe welding going on. Do we have any pipes flowing yet? Oh, here we go. We got our first copper pipe coming through. Now, as long as that plate roller can keep up, we'll be golden. But I think with the... there's a little too much iron, but I think the copper and the gold amount, we might be okay. Everything's percolating. We have our copper pipe counting up. Polished copper pipe. Excellent. Well, like I said, it's ugly. I think we need a screenshot of this monstrosity. So everybody can weep at the thumbnail. Beautiful. Okay, we got gold plate counting up. We got the two different pipes counting up. Oops, sorry. Some stuff you will hit if you're standing in the way. Let's see, can I put this back down? Let's put this here. And I have got my little spot to stand and keep an eye on everything. How are we doing on... I don't see any slag ingots down here. Let's actually get rid of this now. So far so good on the no slag. I think we just need to let it run. I do have all the research unlocked. Still got 11 tickets left if they add something. The hardened drill bit is the one that doesn't break. turbo drill bit is super fast, but it breaks after like 2 minutes. One thing I haven't done is the support wrench. That lets you add and remove supports. So I could have just removed the supports over there with the wrench, but I haven't actually bought the wrench yet. Nice, and we're over 1.5 million. So as far as quests go, this is a big one. we need a lot of everything. So I think next video, I may just completely redo everything, because we need a massive amount of material and we need large production. And I'm kind of at my limit here, so I'm probably going to do some thinking. And I might do kind of a pod approach where we have like copper processing kind of over by the copper. We have iron processing over by some iron. I don't know. I'll do some thinking, and we'll probably tear this all down and redo it. Because this works for this volume, but I kind of want to go bigger. And I think I'll separate out the ores, and that lets us scale each one, you know, up or down as required to kind of get things balanced. I think the numbers, yeah, the numbers are pretty well the same. So we need kind of equal amounts of all the different ores. Anywho, I think I'll call this video a close. It works. Probably ought to get some more lights in here. But I'm gonna let this run. It'll take a while. I'm just gonna let it run through, and then we will tackle the last achievement in the next video. So thanks as always for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then, and Happy New Year. And thank you as always for watching.